Hey guys. Now, this was one of those movies I was really looking forward to, and it finally opened in my local cinemas. And I have to say, it lived up mostly to what I was expecting. Knives Out is directed by Rian Johnson and stars an entire list of very talented actors, so I'm going to name all of them. Daniel Craig, Jamie Lee Curtis, Don Johnson, Chris Evans, Michael Shannon, Toni Collette, Ana de Armas, Lakeith Stanfield, and Christopher Plummer. And it tells a story of a patriarch of a very wealthy family that dies under suspicious circumstances. So detectives are brought in to investigate what exactly happened on that fateful night. Knives Out. And yeah, like I said, guys, I was looking forward to this one because the trailer looked insane. There was just so much talent involved, and it reminded me of movies like Clue. I had so much fun with that movie as a kid. I absolutely loved that movie, and I figured it would be somewhat like Clue. But it's actually more like the Detective Poirot mysteries, those type of movies, um, with a little more comedy thrown in. And overall, guys, I had a ton of fun with this movie. Now, I want to get the negatives out of the way. Usually I do the positives first, but I just want to get the negatives out of the way. And for me, there's only really one negative, and that this movie could have been a lot tighter. I feel like it's a bit too long for what it is. And there were moments when I'm like, oh my God, we're still doing this. This is still going on. Let's just get to it. And who knows, maybe what that really is the movie doing a really good job of building suspense and really making you want to hone in on that mystery and figure out who did it. Maybe that's what it was, but it did feel like it dragged a tad too long for me. But that's really my only negative. I had a blast with this movie. I really love these type of films, these murder mystery type of films, especially when they're well done. And I feel like this one is well crafted. First of all, Daniel Craig as the Detective Poirot type of character. He even has, he has a very thick accent and so forth. I think he does a good job of pulling it off, by the way. Um, Daniel Craig is the standout for me, as well as Ana de Armas. She's lovely as this person who seems to be caught up in a family that, oh my goodness, like most of these movies with these wealthy families, like Ready or Not, you realize how truly messed up these people tend to be. I'm not saying all wealthy families are like that. I'm just saying, in the movies where you see these families who seem to have it all, there's so much darkness under the surface. And the movie starts off at a pretty slow pace. It really does take its time, and you go through all these characters and their possible motives for what they're doing. And I think for the most, they spend enough time with each character. Granted, if I want to say, maybe I would have loved a little more time with like characters like Jamie Lee Curtis, But we get good screen time and for people to show what they could do. Like Michael Shannon is always amazing in everything. Chris Evans here, I won't give anything away, but I think this is a fantastic choice after being the perfect being the perfect Captain America. I think this is a good choice. This is not something most people would expect from him, and I think he does a wonderful job. The mystery at hand here is a fun one, and it's not an easy one to figure out because I had a bunch of theories as to what was going on, but usually I'm good at figuring this stuff out, and I was actually wrong most of the time. I'll admit that I did not figure it out, and I think that speaks to the excellent writing involved here, because it's not one of those stories that, let's say with maybe half an hour to go, you're like, yeah, I know who did it and I know why they did it and that sort of thing. It really does leave you guessing right up to the end. So when you have that big detective moment, like, that Murder She Wrote and that sort of thing, where you have that moment where they explain everything to you, how it was done, why it was done, when it was done, it pulls you completely in, because you're like, oh my goodness, well, how did I not see that going in? So yeah, guys, I had a blast with this movie. I think if you like these types of films, if you're into this genre, Knives Out will not disappoint. The building itself, the mansion itself is very crazy. It's actually kind of like the Ready or Not mansion, but with even more kooky stuff in it. And I think, like I said, mystery buffs will enjoy this movie, even with the pacing issues. I think it's a solid film, and I'm giving Knives Out a 7 out of 10. I honestly think this is a fun movie. I wouldn't mind watching it again down the road, but it definitely borrows from films like Clue and those Detective Poirot mysteries. So, yeah, if you were into that, I think you'll be into this. And that's it, guys. There's not much to say here actually about this one, but I think you'll have fun with it. And if you like this video, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It's really appreciated. You guys want to subscribe to my channel? You can click on my face right over there. And of course, you can check out past videos right over there. And that's it, guys. So until next time, bye-bye.